Hello traders, my name is Ryan and welcome to Funra FX. In this video, I'm going to be going over the settings and the rules for the 5-minute scalper. Alright, so once you have TradingView open, if you don't already have the indicator on your chart, you're going to go over to here, click indicator, and then you're going to find it under your favorites at 5M Index Metal FX Scalper 2.0. Now the basic rules of this indicator of how to get a buy and sell signals are as follows. So what we're looking for is we're looking for a cross of the fast and the slow MA, and they're both below price and acting as support in the case of a buy signal. So you can see right here we have the slow and the fast acting underneath, all right, after a cross. That is rule number 1. Now if we're looking at a sell signal, we would want the fast and the slow above price, all right, acting as resistance, okay? And that will be your first rule to set up for a sell signal. For rule 2, for a buy signal, bear candle will close below or wick fast MA, followed by engulf candle, okay? Body of bear candle is only necessary for the engulf. So in this example, we have an example right here. First, rule 1 has been followed. We have the slow and the fast MA underneath acting as support. All right. And then we have a bear candle that's going to open above the slow MA. It's going to come down. And in this case, it looks like it closed. It didn't close below, it just wicked. If you go to the replay, it probably didn't close below. So it did touch the fast MA, we'll just say touch, and it was followed by an engulf candle, which closed above the body of the bear candle. And that is your second rule for getting a signal, and those are your basic rules. All right, so let's reset that. Now for a sell signal, it would be the opposite, of course. Bull candle will close above or wick fast MA, so it could just touch it, followed by an engulf candle. Again, I'll show you right here. So clearly, we have a cross, all right? We have the slow MA and the fast MA acting as resistance, okay? They're on the top side of the price, and we've come down off of the 20 MA, we've come up, we've closed above the slow MA in this case, followed by an engulf, and in this case, an engulf the whole candle and the wick, but the only necessary part is the actual body. So we engulfed it with a bear candle, and that will give us a sell signal, okay? Just a little bit, excuse me, guys. All right, rule 4 will be if any candle followed MA cross closes on opposite side of slow MA where price was, then no signal will happen until new MA cross. So what we're looking for, guys, is we're looking for clean channels. Okay, so I actually have a rule or an example set up here. Let me just toggle through. All right, perfect, right here. Okay, so if I'm going to go into settings right here, I'm going to explain this right here. So we have a channel right here, but what happened was after the cross, all right, and if you actually go down, I'm going to show, oh, we do have the crossovers, perfect. So we have the crossover right here, it's a signal, so it's showing you where the crossover is. Sorry, not a signal, it's showing the indicator showing you where the crossover is. And then we have we go down to the 4th candle here, and we've closed below the slow MA, okay? What that's indicating is that we don't know if price is going to be opposite, because now the slow MA is acting as resistance instead of support. So the indicator automatically would cancel out any trades in this channel until we get a new cross, okay? Now the first rule, the first setting in this indicator, if you want to avoid using the first set of candles. So this happens quite often. What I'll find is that you have a cross. After the cross, you do get a candle that closes below in a buy situation, okay, invalidating any signals in that trade. So that's what we're looking for in the settings right here. So start looking for signals after crossover after X number of bars. So in this case, if we were to up this, so we saw the cross was here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can just adjust that. and then that would make these few candles invalid, so you would not have any setups. A lot of times as well, you get a cross and you'll get a consolidation, and then you have it before the two MAs start to break apart and head into the trade direction. So this one's good. When you have it, the preset will be set at 3, so it's up to you how you want to adjust it. You can look through the charts on each different index and adjust them accordingly, okay? So in this case, a 6 would have done it, and then we would have had, again, the slow and the fast MA acting as support. We had a bear candle that came down, it wicked the fast MA, followed by engulf, and then we have our signal, and off she went, okay? Now the second rule, or the second setting in this 5-minute scalper is wait for an engulfing candle as confirmation. So basically that is just basically the basic rule. If you don't have this set, what will happen is we will get signals for any time after a cross that we come down and touch the slow MA, and followed by a bear or a bull candle. So for a buy signal, you wouldn't have to have the engulf. So I do highly recommend leaving this setting on, but it is there for you to toggle off if you do wish. Okay. Now, what we have found is that most signals do come, the best signals do come soon after a cross. So this setting right here will limit signals after crossover to be with X number of candles. I do believe the setting is 50, but I mean, this can be set to whatever you want. Now, it is something that does happen. So if you do have this on and you do change this number, it does seem to shut itself off, so just remember to click it back on after you do that. All right. Now, if you were looking for more than one signal per channel, then you can adjust that right here. So max signals per channel, the default setting is 1. All right. And as you can see, as I bring that up, you will have more signals. Now, again, we're not going to get any more signals here past this because it closed below. So you would have to wait for a new cross, but we have 2 valid buy signals right here. Okay. Now, if we were looking for, let me click this off. We'll go back to gold here. Okay. Let's see if we can find a good example of the next, what I'm talking about. All right, let's see right here. So wick offset type. All right, so this is going to be based in points or in pips, depending if you're using it for FX or if you're using it for index and metals. So in this case, we are on gold here and we're using it for points. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's see if we can find any good examples. All right, here's a good example. So we do have a bear candle. Now it did come short of the fast MA, all right, but it did follow by a large engulf. All right, so if we go into settings here, and first of all, I'm going to come down here and show crossovers. That's where that setting is right here. So boom, we have the crossover right here. 1, 2, 3. So the rule here, right, is we have 3, so nothing starts after 3. We can't get any signals after 3. So from the crossover, we have to wait for 3 candles before any valid setups will begin. And if we turn the wick offset value in points, all right, well, we had one right there. Okay, you know what? This one won't give you a signal because of the fast MA. That's a slope. That's a slope issue. Or because of the slow MA, that's a slope issue, and I'll explain why in a bit, but that is the slope issue right there. So this is a perfect example right down here. If we were to come in here and measure, my bad, there we go. And if we were to come in here and measure the distance, we are looking at 1.5, so less than 2 points. All right, so that would be why that one didn't do it for 1 point. So we have 2 points right here. So we brought that down to 1. We had missed that one, but we have 2 points. If that was what you wanted to do, if you wanted to have a 2-point offset or a 1 point for gold, I run it a little bit tighter, but just for this example for the video, I am doing 2 points. Okay, and then so this will give you a valid signal because we wicked up. All right, with the offset, it says the wick came up an extra 2 points, and then it was followed by a bearish engulf, giving you a sell signal. Okay, let's move on to the slope filter. Now I am going to click show slope labels. All right, Now, if we come down here, first let's go over here. Now you can adjust your MAs. I personally use 20 MA and 50 MA, the smooth moving average. Now you do have the option of running them on different time frames, the MAs, okay? You can also choose anything from EMA, SMA, VMA, RMA, VWMA, and HMA. All right, and as well as close, open, high, low, close, and all the additional settings right here for the source. Okay, so these are your basic default settings. Feel free to run around and share in the group if you find any other MAs or moving averages that work best. We would love to hear your opinion. All right, now going back up into the slope. Now your minimum slope percentage. And this is going to be in the maximum slope percentage, all right? And then there's the fast MA, moving average, and the slow MA. So this is going to count. How this works, guys, is this counts back 10 different bars and 10 different bars of the fast MA, all right? And it's going to calculate the difference in slope between the slow MA and fast MA. So if we had two that were very perpendicular and that were running along, you would get a very small slope average, okay? Personally, so far, what I'm finding, the default settings are 10 and 10 to avoid large slope percentages, okay? I am running slow MA, or sorry, the fast MA to 3 and the slow MA to 2. Okay, and as you can see those slope percentages moving because it's only taking the average between the last 2 bars and the last 3 bars for the fast MA. All right, now let's, perfect. Okay. Now, not every signal is going to be running perfectly, so you do have to use some eyes on here. Personally, I don't think the indicator is ready for Pine connector, so I do suggest using these manually, okay? Now, as you can see, so basically I just want to show you here. So first of all, I mean, my own personal trading strategy, if I saw price come up and started consolidating across this way, I would be very wary of taking this signal, okay? But I'll just show you how this basic slope indicator works, and you can play around with these settings, all right? So anything below 30, you're not going to get a signal. Anything above 650, you're not going to get a signal. So if I change this number into this example, you can show you right here, 295, excuse me, that signal will go away. Okay, it's very, very self-explanatory. So I'm running these currently at 650. All right, I'm finding it is a good one, and let's go through some examples. We have one that's 569 here. So the further away, the further angle these are apart, the more of a slope percentage you are going to find. Okay, 618. Let's have a look. Now, again, we're going to have a look here, and this is consolidated, so I would not take that signal. This one I actually probably would have. I probably would have lost this one. I'll just be honest with you. And now, again, if you're looking for signals that if you find in the future that slope signals that are giving a slope percentage of more than 350 are no good, you just put 349. And that signal will go away, and then you have another one here, 230, that will give you the next one that's valid, all right, and that one would have actually worked out a little bit better. You at least would have got a 1-to-1, all right? Perfect. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you understand how all these settings work. If you don't, please reach out in the group and ask me. That's absolutely perfect. And in the next video, I'll be going over some trading strategies and some back testing and how I use these this indicator on index and metals. And we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.